Moderna becomes third COVID vaccine approved in the UK. A third COVID vaccine has been approved for use in the UK. It is made by US company Moderna and works in a similar way to the Pfizer one that is already being offered on the NHS. The UK has ordered an extra 10 million doses of this vaccine, taking the total order to 17 million, but supplies are not expected to arrive until spring. Around 1.5 million people in the UK have had at least one dose of COVID vaccine so far. That includes almost a quarter of those aged over 80 in England. How will the UK vaccinate millions of people? When will you be eligible for a COVID vaccine? Vaccines are being given to the most vulnerable first, as set out in a list of 9 high-priority groups covering around 30 million people in the UK. The Prime Minister has said the aim is to vaccinate 15 million people in the UK by mid-February, including care home residents and staff, frontline NHS staff, everyone over 70 and those who are clinically extremely vulnerable, Health and Social Care Secretary Matt Hancock said. This is further great news and another weapon in our arsenal to tame this awful disease. The UK had originally ordered 7 million doses, but has increased this by 10 million to get even more people immunized as quickly as possible. Nadhim Zahawi, Vaccine Deployment Minister, said, "The NHS is pulling out all the stops to vaccinate those most at risk as quickly as possible." With over 1,000 vaccination sites live across the UK by the end of the week to provide easy access to everyone, regardless of where they live. The Moderna vaccine will be a vital boost to these efforts and will help us return to normal faster. The Moderna vaccine requires temperatures of around 20 C for shipping, similar to a normal freezer. In comparison, the Pfizer-BioNTech one requires temperatures closer to 75 C, making transport logistics much more difficult. The AstraZeneca jab is easier to store and distribute, as it can be kept at normal fridge temperature. All of these vaccines require a second booster shot, but a first dose is likely to be given to as many people as possible. In trials with more than 30,000, the Moderna vaccine offered nearly 95% protection from severe COVID. No vaccine is 100% effective and it takes time for protection to build. For all of the COVID vaccines, we still do not know how long immunity will last. People who have received a coronavirus vaccine should continue to follow social distancing rules to protect themselves and others. EU regulators have already approved the Moderna vaccine, which is a new type called an mRNA vaccine that uses a tiny fragment of genetic code from the pandemic virus to teach the body how to fight COVID-19 and build immunity.